A sneak peek at what's coming up next.
Go to the doctor.
Yeah.
You say, I think I'm autistic.
Uh-huh.
They just have a little form with 2 boxes, right?
Uh-huh.
1, did you get the MMR vaccine? And 2, how much tap water have you drank in your entire life?
That's right.
We throw a toy train convention.
Yeah.
And that's how we get a ball.
God, that's fucking funny.
All right, trains have to wait. We have to come up with a plan here.
Yeah.
Well, of the 10 autistic commandments.
Oh my God, it'll be the Council of Tism. Yeah.
And it was an entire thread shitting on autistic men. But it was like, a little bit of dogpiling. Just like, well, we hate this about autistic men. We hate this about autistic men. Yeah, that's what happens.
I'm not fucking worried about your property taxes, bitch.
That sounds like your
I'm not
problem.
Worried about, I'm not worried about like the depreciation of your fucking property. If we get more people off the goddamn street.
You mean the houses that these boomers paid fucking $30,000 for? All right, hit the record button.
Yes, you did.
So.
Oh.
It sounded like you were ready.
I'm almost. I'm getting there.
So, is it just today? Does your breath often smell like penises?
One thing. Did you look up? Actually, I almost guarantee you didn't. So right now, there's actually a bill going through federal Senate. I don't know why I said federal Senate. I don't know.
As opposed to the state Senate.
Well, yeah, I mean, that's what I meant, is to define federal opposed to state. But
nobody talks about state Senates ever.
I do. Anyway, so going through federal Senate, or at least soon will be, and it's the Autism Cares Act. And basically what they're advocating for is $2 billion to be spent on research and support and all that jazz, right? For autistic folk, right? And apparently it's been a thing since 2019. Like, it was originally a law or an act they put in place, and it was supposed to benefit a great deal, but now it's coming up for review, or whatever the fuck you would call it. And so Lindsay, who we've had on the show before and we're going to have on the show again, she has a friend who's actually in D.C. advocating for the bill.
Interesting. I'd be interested to read more about it because I don't know anything about it.
Yeah, well, I just found out about it the other day when
So I look at a lot of autism
Lindsay put
stuff.
that on her TikTok. Yeah.
But you know what I don't do enough of? I don't do enough looking up what's in the news. Because a lot of times when I have looked up, like you go to Google and you type in autism and then you click on news and see what headlines come up.
Right.
I usually don't find like stuff like that. Usually it's like stuff about autistic kids, or like so-and-so is autistic kid went missing, or stuff, things like that, or or stuff about like love on the spectrum. It's nothing like when it comes to like legislation or research, I usually don't see stuff like that pop up very often.
It doesn't a lot, for one, because there's not a great focus of that kind of stuff. But also one of the reasons why it doesn't come up as much is because, like, again, adult autism is ignored quite a lot.
Yeah, most of the stuff that I do in regards to like looking up what's going on is I look at what's going on in the community, what people are posting on Reddit, all the autistic subreddits.
You and your Reddit.
Yeah, well, there's like 4 or 5 autistic subreddits that I go and I check out what people are posting about. But people do share. It's usually people talking about their personal experiences, but it's also sometimes people will share things going on in the world, like how it affects autistic people. But I like to see what other autistic people are talking about.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it's not a bad idea to do that, so we kind of have our thumb on the pulse of the community. But it's not a bad idea to do that, but something I've been noticing more and more and more, and I'm not saying this is a predominant voice, but more and more and more, I'm noticing people are really just, and I know people do this regularly, but they're just being shitty. Like, they're just being shitty.
You people, which one?
Well, all of us. Well, I mean, I don't go on social media ever and talk shit. Like, I never do that. Like, I'm more likely to ignore motherfuckers than to talk shit with them.
One thing I thought was interesting, and I mentioned it to you, but I'll mention it to anybody in case we leave this in the episode.
Yeah.
I went on one of the autistic subreddits the other day, and I like to look at the autistic woman subreddit.
You're going to talk about this, aren't
yes.
you? Yeah, okay.
I like to go in there and look at stuff because it's interesting to hear from the female perspective, or the woman's perspective.
Yes.
What's going on? Because there's things they post about that are different from their experience, than other autistic people,
Yes.
autistic males. Also, when you look at the other autistic subreddits, they're predominantly male dominated,
Well, yeah.
which is why they have their own subreddit that somebody created.
Right, which is a good thing to have their own space.
And
Why
I've
do you say it like
commented,
that?
I've commented and interacted with posts on there all the time.
Yeah.
People usually agree or like things that I say on there, but it's usually
right.
because most of the things that people talk about on there, even though it's by autistic women,
Mhm.
they're usually just relatable to anybody with autism, right? But there was
'Cause human experience is human experience. Got it.
right, yeah. But there was one particular post the other day that kind of irked me a little bit,
Yeah.
and it was an entire thread shitting on autistic men.
Yes.
And
because you shared
some
that
of their complaints were valid. I would say a lot of their complaints had validity to them because I don't want to dismiss it and just say, well, they're being jerks or just shitting on guys.
Right.
But it was like, a little bit of dogpiling, just like, well, we hate this about autistic men. We hate this about autistic men. I think some of the things they were complaining about how the other autistic subreddits are predominantly dominated by men
Okay.
and male-centric points of view.
Yeah.
But I guess it was just, maybe it was me feeling defensive because I'm a guy. So I felt like the need to it's like, it's, if your group is being attacked type of thing.
Right.
But I didn't jump in and start saying you're wrong or anything like that. I commented. I tried to be respectful. I just said, wow, like, I come here to get the female perspective. And a lot of the things you guys are mentioning, I haven't really, like, that hasn't been my experience, but I'm really sorry that those things have happened to you. And because a lot of the things we're talking about were guys, autistic men being jerks, or they complained about a lot of the autistic male community being incels and things like that, or
Right.
being misogynist, being incels. But it sounded like the type of autistic male that most of them were talking about in these negative experiences were very different from the type of autistic males that I know. So I can only speak anecdotally and say, like, the type of autistic guys that I've met and that I'm friends with are not anything like the guys you're describing. But that doesn't mean that those guys don't exist. And I've seen those guys.
Well, yeah, I've
online
seen those guys
but
too.
It's just, maybe that's why I felt a little defensive, because me and all the autistic guys that I know in real life.
So the
online.
two of us.
Well, yeah, but you and I've had other friends who are on the spectrum, but they're
We
not
both
they're not
have.
like that. So it was hard for me to not feel a little bit like, I just wanted to say, hey, but then again, I also don't want to be that guy, like if feminists say all men this, and then some guys like, not all men. It's like, yeah, they don't actually mean all men. But it is common that autistic people will chime in and say, well, technically not all.
Yes.
So
Anyway,
that's
it is a
my-
very autistic thing to do that.
sorry. That's my rant.
So I will say this much though, like, we're also talking about Reddit, which is typically not the widest range of opinion.
I think it tends to lean more male on Reddit too.
Well, yes.
Like certain online communities are dominated by one gender more than others.
Yeah, but
like
not
YouTube is more male.
But I do want to point out that, like, but not the widest range of males. And I'm rather biased about it, about Reddit, because I am not, or I don't go on Reddit. I don't read Reddit.
You're not
I
a
don't do
Redditor?
none of that shit. Yeah, I'm not a Redditor. I've never been, right? If it wasn't for this guy sending me shit every now and again for Reddit, I wouldn't read anything on Reddit ever. With that being said, I know there's a lot of people who go on Reddit, but I don't believe it's like a big sample or a good enough sample or representation of males or females or non-binary or anybody in between.
So you think that when they're complaining about these guys, that there's a large amount of basement dweller incel,
right? I think
neckbeard types.
I think, and also let's put that in perspective of this too. People are more apt to say something negative than something positive, right?
Yeah.
People are more likely to review review a restaurant when they had a bad experience than when they had a good experience, right? So in this regard, if you have a smaller number of men, okay, they're their own demographic, incel, and they're mostly on Reddit. And I'm not saying that's all the males on Reddit. I'm just saying, let's take this hypothetical. And those men, that smaller group of men, are the most vocal and the most whatever they describe these men as. Of course they're going to bitch about it more. Because isn't that what Reddit is for, is to bitch about shit? Like, I've never heard anybody give a review of
depends
Reddit
on what-
and it was a good thing.
It depends on what sub you're in, because, like, for instance, there's photography subreddits where people share information about film.
You mean shit on
cameras.
each other's cameras and photos?
No, I don't know. No, people, there's supportive communities. A lot of, like, there's artistic ones where people share drawings, photography. Yes, there are a lot of ones where people just shit on each other, but it depends on what community. Like, there's communities within the community of Reddit. So that's kind of like, there's certain communities that are very different. Like, there's one that's, there's,
Okay, if you have to preface it with, oh, should we even talk about it? Like,
because I know somebody's probably going to get pissed at me, but whatever.
fuck them.
All right, there's a controversial, and I say controversial kind of in air quotes.
Okay.
There's a subreddit called 2X Chromosomes, which focuses on women in feminism.
Oh, okay.
But I would classify that as one of those subreddits where they just constantly shit on people, because the whole subreddit is just women complaining about men for the most part. Sorry, it's true. Get mad at me if you want, but it's mostly people shitting on men, saying how horrible men are. And anybody who tries to say anything positive or in defense of men is usually blocked or called a troll. So I was using that as an example because it's a default subreddit. So if you sign up for a Reddit account, it's one of the default subreddits that appears in your account.
Fucked up. Is there a default men one?
No, those are hate groups. Sorry.
Well, I mean, there are like groups, and you might know what they're called, but there are like pro men groups.
Yeah, they're
now.
MRA groups.
What?
MRA, men's rights activists.
Yeah, there you go. What the fuck is that? No, hold on. Before I get shitty on that one, I do understand what the purpose of it is, and I do understand that there is a place for that. But if you're going to have a feminist group on Reddit, shouldn't there also be the equivalency as well?
Well, feminists would
as a default
feminists.
subreddit?
I'm going to sound super ignorant and sexist right now, whatever, because it's going to sound like I am anti-feminist. I don't think I am.
I don't think you are either.
But feminists would argue, because I'm doing my devil's advocate thing right now.
Great.
Feminists will argue that feminism is all inclusive, so it includes, you don't need a men's rights group or a men's rights movement. You don't need separate movements because feminism is supposed to include everybody.
I agree with the original premise, or even the second wave feminism. I agree that that's what those were supposed to be, and they were at that time. I believe the most modern or postmodern or whatever the fuck you call it now, whatever 2024 feminism is, I think now it's gotten to the point of the other side, the bad version of it, the negative version of it, where it's promote women shit, fuck everybody else. I believe in the original version of feminism, which is everybody has a seat at the table.
Well, here's another thing that a lot of people complain about, and this is something it's hard for me to speak on because I'm a white male, but I've seen that there's a lot of women. What?
No, keep going.
There's a lot of black and women of color who complain about feminism. Because
as they should.
They say that the issues mainly focus on white women issues and not on issues regarding people of color.
Right. Especially modern I keep saying modern like that's the actual term for it. If anybody got a better fucking term, please tell me. But like the 2024 feminism is definitely a whole lot of like middle to upper middle class white women bitching and moaning about being treated equally, and like, come on.
So are we trying to alienate our whole female audience today?
No, and I'm not. Hold on, because I'm not trying to alienate nobody. I'm just pointing out that this is the most vocal and most visible of things, right? And what I'm trying to say is, I actually believe not just in equality, but also equity. I also believe in everybody deserving a space. But I don't agree with denying people's access to those spaces, because as I did say in a previous episode, I believe everybody needs to be having a conversation. Everybody needs to have a conversation with somebody else not like them. And when we push people out of safe spaces for a group of people, we're literally saying, I don't want you to learn anything about me. I don't want you to understand me. But that's also part of the problem, is because we don't understand one another. We're not coming to terms with each other. We're not figuring out how we're the same, how we're not. We're just immediately saying, you don't look like me. Fuck you, get out of my space. I was actually doing that purposely because I wasn't trying to talk to you. I was trying to soapbox for a second.
I was like, what are you looking at?
No, I was purposely looking in this direction. I know not directly at the fucking camera like that.
I usually take the visuals away because you stare at yourself.
I do. Well, actually, believe it or not, I actually never look at my own fucking face for the most part.
I will say, okay, to kind of try to recover a little bit and rebound, I will say in defense of 2X chromosomes.
Wait, what do you mean?
Subreddit.
What do you mean recover? Recover
Hold on,
what?
hold on. Listen,
Okay.
let me finish.
Sorry.
In defense of that subreddit,
Yeah.
It seems like, and this is what people have told me, women in this group have told me,
Mm-hmm.
the point of it is to have a place for women to vent about their frustrations. So it doesn't seem like it's
Cool.
It's not supposed to be a like super rational, logical, factual place. It's supposed to be an area for people to just vent their feelings and frustrations.
So then,
when you look at it from that standpoint, it
Mhm.
makes more sense. It's like, all right, so it's a lot of bashing on men and stuff, but it's a place for them to vent their frustrations for dealing with shitty guys, shitty men.
So what I was trying to say at the very beginning of it was, then why don't we have a default male-only section to do that?
Because that's hate speech.
That's the part I don't understand. Is if we have a spot for women to vent their frustration about men, why can't we have the women's spot
they
too?
used to, but a lot of them got banned.
Well, yeah, because it was considered hate speech, even though the other part of that, which is the equivalency, was not. But I will say, like, some would argue that there's tons of spots, tons of places where men get to do that, and that's not actually as true as people think it is. There are spots where men can just be shitty like that and just, vent. There are some, but for the most part, there aren't as many as people think we have.
Well, what do you have to complain about? Men have everything.
Sure.
You have all the power and privilege in society, so
No,
you
I
should
don't.
have nothing to complain about.
No, I don't.
Yes, you do. You're
No.
a cis white male. The world has been handed to you on a platter.
But I'm not. Like, I ain't cis. And I'm not arguing calling me that.
Yeah,
It's
you are
because
cis.
I'm not that.
Mhm.
Yeah, they're closer. I'm about halfway there. But I also like, and this is one thing that I hate about people who judge the surface level shit on people and assume shit based on surface level stuff. And I'm not trying to say I had life harder than anybody else. I don't know if I did. I don't know if my life was easier than other people. I don't know. I didn't live their life. They didn't live my life. Here's what I know. I am a bisexual, bipolar, autistic, who might also be an asshole. And all of that means that I have, at times, aware or unaware, and people get to make up their own decision of whether I was aware or unaware or how much control or how little control I had. I said and did things at times that affected that privilege a great deal. I know that there are people who got hired over me, who were less qualified than me, but were of different whatever the fuck, because there were times where I didn't know, couldn't know, didn't have control over certain things and ways I behaved. I know that.
All right. Well, before you're I'm not saying you're wrong, but before I make the joke, because
Yes.
I was gonna make fun of you.
Yes, you should.
All right. So, I was gonna make a joke and say, yeah, but you're still white,
Yes.
which is true. But when people talk about that stuff, they say, like, when it comes to the racial stuff, and I don't know why we got into talk about race, but
because we were talking
when
about
people talk about
prejudice and
like
shit.
when people talk about that stuff, it just means that like you've never been. It's very unlikely that you're going to be to suffer discrimination because you're white. It's all the other things that you're being discriminated or people are prejudiced against you.
And I get that, but it's still.
But you still have that white privilege.
Yeah, I got it.
Yeah,
and I understand that because of my presentation as cis white male, and because I seem like I'm cis white male, I seem like the person in power.
No, you're not a cis white male. You're a cis white male.
Yeah, because of that. Yes, I know that there are times where people have believed or probably given me advantage, but I can't guarantee that. I mean, people will automatically say, yes, they did, and yes, it was there, whether you knew it was there or not. But none of us know because none of us were fucking there. I mean, I was fucking there, but
well, since we know that time is not linear,
come on,
we should get a time machine, and we'll go back to the day that your mom got you vaccinated, and we'll make sure that you don't get autism.
Oh, that's so nice.
We're gonna go back and we're gonna smack the MMR needles
but
out
I'd
of the
still
hands.
be bipolar at that point.
And no, you wouldn't. That was because of the
bisexual.
That was the Connecticut water that did that to you.
Oh,
yeah, that's right.
Except for I wasn't born in Connecticut, but okay.
Well,
yeah, keep throwing all environmental factors.
Illinois, wherever you were born.
Yeah, Illinois. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, there's something in the water in Illinois that causes you to be bipolar, and the MMR vaccine gave you the autism.
There you go.
And the bipolar was just because of the way your uncle used to touch you.
So, that's hilarious. No, and I don't mean to.
Actually, I thought you were bisexual just because it was hard for you to get laid, so you just took whatever you could get.
I mean, yeah, literally, it was because a dick in the ass was way more comfortable than no sexual activity whatsoever. That's not true. No, and I don't want anybody to walk away from what I'm talking about if we end up using this or not, but I don't want anybody to walk away thinking I'm trying to say that like I had a harder life than a bunch of other people or anything like that.
Growing up in the mean streets of Compton.
So, Jesus, I
thought you were Steve Martin, you know.
So I don't want anybody to walk away from it thinking that I'm trying to say that I had life harder or that, you know, white males don't have an easier life than a lot of people. Because in some ways they do. In a lot of fucking ways they do. And I'm not saying that my life was harder or less hard than anybody else's. For a lot of reasons, I'm not saying that. But I am saying that to stare at me in the face and say, you are a cis white male presenting, so automatically people gave you shit that you didn't deserve. You had privilege. Yes, there is some of that, and on a societal level, that is absolutely true. But that doesn't mean my individual life benefited somehow from it. We don't know that. I mean, we can assume it, and I know motherfuckers just went, yeah, you did. I know you can assume that, but we don't 100% know that. And maybe there's somebody who's going to tell me I'm a fucking idiot.
Here's a test.
But I just don't want anybody to think that I'm trying to say, like, my life
What's
was
your
way
credit
fucking...
score?
I don't want to tell people.
See, you white.
According to Credit Karma, I have a credit score that only like 43% of the country has.
So there you go.
And not in a good way.
It's your white privilege right there.
I don't know if I'd call that number a privilege at all. I'd call that number harder.
What?
Harder to not have.
I was just trying to be an asshole.
I know, but I'm trying to avoid actually saying the number.
It's okay. So,
okay, here's something, and I don't want you to say your number either, but here's something fucked up, okay? You did something that could have negatively impacted your fucking credit score and should have negatively impacted yours, and your credit score is way fucking higher than mine.
Might be.
No, I know it is.
Yeah.
You've told me yours before.
So before we move on,
yes, please.
Why don't we give a shout out to Dan?
Yes. So we saw. Do you want to say it?
No, we went to a comedy show last night.
I thought you were prompting me. I'm sorry.
Natalie Cuomo.
Yes. And Dan
Lamort.
Yeah. Why did you do it that way?
What?
Oh, yeah. Dan Lamort. We saw both of them last night. The Crystal Ballroom in
the Crystal Ball Sec.
Yep. In just outside of Boston, Massachusetts. It was an awesome time. It was actually a pretty cool venue. Steve actually mentioned to me that maybe me and him and our improv group should perform there at some point. And I said, yeah, one day maybe. But they had a really, really good show. And actually, one of the reasons why I wanted to see him, and I do want to point this out as kind of a thing. One of the reasons why I wanted to see him was because I was fucking curious of what a fucking autistic stand-up comedian would look like.
There's actually a few things I picked up from his act. It was clear to me, and I don't know, Dan, if you listen to this, you can tell me if I'm wrong, but it seems like you have a lot of social anxiety. But the way he talked about how on stage about how he smoked a lot of weed before he came out, and it was funny to see the way that like him being high and him dealing with his social anxiety on stage.
Right.
People, I feel like the audience could feel that anxious energy.
Yes.
And it was funny, but what I learned from him is when I'm if I'm on stage, like when I've tried to do stand up before, I can play into my anxieties as well. The way that he does, like for instance, how he was pointing out all the shit that he was noticing in the room. I do that shit too, but I just don't say it out loud. But like, why don't I try to play more into some of my autistic traits?
Well, you saw it as him playing into it?
Yes. Yeah.
Okay, so I did not read it that way. I perceived it differently. I perceived it as, let me get this shit out of my head so I can concentrate on my act.
Yeah, he said that. That's what he said. That's what he said he was doing. But I still think that it's probably something he does at a lot of shows, and I think that the audience was able to enjoy his autism along with him. It's a way to take something that is a disability and make it something that everyone can kind of laugh at and have fun with, because it wasn't like he was
kind of like he's going to take the word back.
Yeah, I mean, it's kind of
taking it back.
It's kind of like he wasn't like insulting or being mean about his autism.
Right.
He was just joking around by pointing all the shit out that he noticed, like the carpet being dirty.
Yeah.
If somebody moves like an inch in the corner, like that's shit that we fucking see. We notice everything. So to me that was enjoyable and funny, because I haven't seen somebody do that before. Right. And it was like, hey, he's saying all the shit that like I notice. Right.
The normal shit that we notice and, say in our heads. He just said it all out loud. I really like that he was very lacking in the that thing.
John Cena?
God damn it. Like, here's the thing. Is like,
doesn't John Cena do that?
When I set him up for a fucking joke, he gets it. But when I'm trying to get him to set me up for something, he won't play along with shit.
I didn't know you were trying to set up
fucking all. What the fuck?
Masking?
Fucker. So
I didn't.
I'm gonna move on now, because I was hoping to God he'd help set that up, but no, you just fucking can't go along with nothing. All right. I don't know why I try. Anyway, so I really appreciate the fact that he seemed extremely unmasked. Like, he did not try to play up to the crowd. He was not trying to present himself in anything other than the way he is. Now, all stand-up comedians have a fucking stage persona, okay? All of them do. But I don't know how strong of a stage persona he has. It seemed very genuine, because even when we talked to him after the show, we went over to his merch booth and shit. Even when we got over there, he still seemed like the same person as when he was standing on that stage.
Yeah, and the way he interacted with his fiance on stage, is very similar to how, for
we
instance,
interact with our ladies.
Yes, I will add. Their interaction, like she was trying to mention the merch and sell shit.
Yeah.
And the way he was interacting with her was pretty much like our interactions sometimes, where if you're trying to be serious and I'm just sitting over here fucking making a joke about everything.
And also, like, she kept pitching jokes and he wasn't quite catching on to shit.
He was derailing the whole thing where they're trying to, we're talking about our shirts or whatever, and then he's just cracking jokes, coming up with random shit. And she's staring at him like, the fuck? I'm trying to get through this.
Like, we've got some shit we got to do here. Why are you fucking making this harder?
But that's kind of some of the interactions like you have with me sometimes. And
And honest to God, anybody who ever listens to our episodes and is like, why is Nick so fucking hard on him? Because this ain't just like when we're recording he acts like this. This is everywhere we fucking go. Which is fucking weird to me, though, because you're also really fucking good at supporting a scene partner in fucking improv. And yet, like, anywhere we go, you don't catch a hint worth shit. But you're really good at reading a fucking story and hints in a fucking improv game.
I don't know. Compartmentalization.
Oh, yeah. You're really good at that. I'm not. But I very much...
Your wife was asking me yesterday. I was talking about trivia and some of the other things I do.
Oh, yeah.
And I was telling her that I don't really promote our shows.
Yeah.
And she's like, why not? I'm like, because I separate... All my boxes are separate.
Yeah.
This is my trivia world.
Right.
And this is my other world.
Well, that's why when I show up to other things you do, I generally try to wear like a Quarter Jester shirt or
if we
On the Spectrum
go out,
podcast shirt.
If we're doing a theater show, I'm not going to invite all the actors to come see our show just because it's a separate world to me.
See, I look at all of these things that we do as being like the same umbrella. Like, it's us performing one way or the other.
I guess. But like,
and
even like
that's my salesman
Even with when we went to John Cena, even
That's going to be the joke for the episode.
What?
John Cena.
What does he do? I don't know. John Cena does like an eye thing, right?
Yeah. It's you can't see me.
Oh, is that what he does?
Yeah.
Yeah, because I don't know modern wrestling, but I know that he does this.
Yeah,
So you're doing this. I'm like John Cena.
Yeah, it's you can't see me.
I
And then he
remember
does
what
the
I'm saying
5
now.
knuckle shuffle. He'll go like this,
Oh,
and he'll bounce
even-
on the ropes and then drop on the face. By the way, I'm a huge fan of wrestling. If anybody would like to have me on their podcast to talk about wrestling, please do.
The last show that we just did,
Yeah.
there were like 4 people from my trivia night
Uh-huh.
that you would talk to who said they were going. In fact, they went out of their way to tell me multiple times they were coming, even though I didn't ask them.
Yeah.
They were just like, "Hey, we're gonna come to your show." I'm like,
Right.
"Okay."
Yeah.
They didn't come.
No, they didn't come, but at least they remembered multiple weeks in a row.
Yeah, I guess it's just like I have very low expectations for people. I think it's part of the reason why I don't have those worlds cross over, because like I don't expect people in a bar doing trivia
Uh-huh.
to give enough of a fuck to come to a
Yeah. So
improv show.
I've told you many a times, I'm going to just say it to the audience. I am a shameless promoter of all things. Of all things I do. All things I give a shit about.
You could have ended at Shameless.
That's true. I will promote anything and I will talk about anything with absolutely anybody because many moons ago when I was younger, I did sales for a company and my manager talked about like, what did he call it? Flyer fucking theory or whatever the fuck he called it. Anyway, it's basically like put out 100 flyers. If you get one return, it's worth it, right? If you get one person to come in and buy from you, worth it. I go under the premise of if I tell enough people about it, at some point,
I heard it described
we're going to
as
get more people.
as a numbers game.
Yes,
So like
same
one of my
idea.
bosses used to tell me like, oh, if you go to McDonald's, and they ask you if you want fries with that a million times,
Right.
10% of the people are going to say yes.
Yeah, and that's kind of the idea behind it. And so,
Being consistent and asking everybody. So like if you're in sales, that's why if you got to sell fucking I don't know, warranty on your car, because you used to sell cars, right?
Yeah,
You're
I
going to
did.
sell a warranty on a car. If you ask everybody, not
Right.
everybody's going to do it, but if you get 20-30% of the people, then
Right.
that's how you make
but
your
if
money.
you ask nobody, you don't get anybody.
Right.
And that's kind of why I talk
you missed
about
100% of the talk, you don't
Yeah.
think.
Well, that's why I mention it to absolutely everybody, but also because like I'm proud of what I do. Like you know this because of the amount of failed attempts I've had at making friends in theater. I don't just do any play. I don't just work with anybody. But I'll promote what I care about because I've got pride in what I do.
All right, so you won't work with anybody, but you'll do anybody?
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, that's pretty much how it works. Yeah, when you're bisexual, you don't care, what dick it is or what vagina it is, but there's only some people I'll work with.
Okay.
That's not a true statement at all about bisexuals, and please, nobody fucking clip that out and be like, this is what this asshole said. It is. I am an asshole, and yes, I did say it.
I
But
thought you were bisexual because you had to pay for sex.
oh, that's fucked. I've never heard it that way. That's good interpretation.
Like BUY.
I'm actually lucky. I've never paid for sex once. I'm not sure if that's luck or if it's having morals. But what the fuck was I talking
All right,
about?
well, I'll take you to Thailand.
Fuck right. Give me some lady boys. All right.
Wait, that term's offensive. I'm just kidding.
Yo, that's how they identify.
I know. Somebody on one of our episodes once gave me a side eye because I said ladyboys, and I'm like, that's what they call themselves.
And that same person, by the way, still comments about like how I'm throwing shade at people or some shit. I don't know. And if you're listening today, thank you. You should come back on the show.
Like if they wanted to be called something different, I'd call them that. But that's what people, as far as I know, still refer to themselves as.
You know what? I'm gonna do this and also queue up our fucking topic a little bit more again, to try to just go in that direction. But I'm gonna use this opportunity.
Oh, I thought we were just going with it.
Yeah, we are.
Okay.
Yeah. I also.
I don't think we have to get super into topic.
No, I don't think we have to get super into it. But I'm still gonna use this as a way to queue it up. All right. All right, good. I'm glad we're on point. All right, so identifying thing, because again, there's a lot of people in our fucking community who are trying to tell everybody in our community, and they're talking about autism, how they can identify.
White men. Sorry.
Yeah, well, there's a bunch of that shit too.
Okay.
But in the autism community, there's a bunch of fucking people who are trying to dictate how other autistic people can fucking identify themselves. Why? Like, fucking let them identify themselves whatever fucking way they want. If they want to be called a fucking lamp, let them be a fucking lamp. If they want to be fucking level 1 high function Asperger's syndrome, just autistic. If they don't,
can
want
I be a 3-way lamp?
Yes, you can.
With the 3-way bulb, you know.
I
so you have
appreciate. Yeah, the switches. Yeah.
So like, you know, sometimes I'm a little dim.
Yeah.
And other times I'm a little brighter. You know. So when I'm feeling a little burnt out or a little,
that's only 2, even though you want to be a 3-way.
Yeah, 3.
Clearly, you're stuck on dim. Got it.
I'd like to think I'm usually in the middle somewhere, but you know, I'd say the dim is when I'm burnt out or.
Yeah. No, you are. You're
three-way
absolutely
bulb.
in the middle.
So that's my autism. I'm a 3-way bulb.
Absolutely. I just think everybody here's an example of it. A lot of these same people, and I'm not going to name anybody by name, a lot of the same people who are trying to, I guess the term would be gatekeep identifiers.
Whoa, look at you using internet lingo.
I'm trying. I don't know. But some of these same people say, you absolutely, because somebody said they want to identify by certain pronouns, you have to say those pronouns. But yet they're denying somebody else's ability to identify themselves the way they feel most comfortable.
Because that way is correct and the other way is wrong.
Who the fuck gets to decide that?
We do.
Who's we?
The people.
Which people? Because my ass doesn't give a fuck how you identify autistic. I'm going to call you that way. And
actually, it has to do with their justification, their reasoning for it, you know, because one term is considered offensive because it's associated with schnazis.
By some people, it's considered offensive for that. Other people took great solace in the fact that they found something that made them make sense of themselves. So why not let them fucking call themselves that? And if you don't like the sound of that word, that's more about you than about them. Sorry, I get a little
Listen,
about this.
You don't remember, intent doesn't matter. If you say a bad word, you're going on the naughty list.
Well, hold on, because we need to find, as an autistic community, we need to find more ways to unify. We need to find more ways to come together and to accept each other than
autistic community.
Yeah, I know.
Come together separately.
Don't get me started on the word fucking culture either. All right, so we need to actually come together as a group. And we need to have, and I'm not saying set down boundaries or fucking rules or expectations socially or some shit.
We get them all together. We throw a toy train convention.
Yeah.
And that's how we get them all.
God, that's fucking funny. A toy train convention. You know what? We could go do that in Edaville, whatever that fucking is over by Cape Cod.
We'll get all of them into the same room together, and then we ambush them and say, hey, guys, all right, trains have to wait. We have to come up with a plan here. Yeah. we need to have what's the Council of Mycenae or whatever? Is that where they figured out?
Oh God,
what was in the Bible?
Yes, it was the Bible.
So we'll have our own council.
Yeah, the Council of Nicaea. We'll come up with our own social rules.
The Council of ASD to figure out. All right, these are the terms we've accepted. Well, of the 10 autistic commandments.
Oh my God, it'll be the Council of Tism.
I'm gonna post on our social media this week. I'm going to come up with the 10 autistic commandments. I'm serious about this.
Yeah,
I'm going to put it up.
Should.
The 10 autism commandments. What's my Moses name? What's my autistic Moses name?
Why don't we just use Temple Grandin?
Temple's Moses?
Yeah, she's
going to come down from the mountain?
Yeah,
she's going to come down on riding a cow.
Yeah, that's right. Temple brought us the 10 autistic commandments.
She's going to come down a mountain on a cow with 2 stakes in her hand.
That's right.
And she's going to brand the stakes.
Yeah.
With a cow rod. With the commandments into the stake.
I love this idea. Commandment number 2.
Thou shalt not make eye contact.
That's right. That's where I was going with that. Yeah, but it has to be number 2. It has to be number 2.
Oh, God.
Because number 1 is don't touch me. It's so much more important. All right. So I love the idea. And yes, we're doing that post. And yes, my ass is going to comment.
Okay. So I guess we are.
What?
No, we can do it together. I thought I just said I was going to do it, and you said
no. I'm
saying
fine. We as in we on the Spectrum podcast is going to put it out there.
I thought you meant us together. I mean, we can write it together. But
I mean that'd be great.
I was just gonna run with it because the way my brain works, I just shit it out.
Yeah, you're gonna put it out very quickly anyway, and if I take more than 5 seconds to think about what I'm doing, you're gonna post it anyway.
That's commandment number 10. So
yeah. It's do it anyway. I really love the idea of the
Thou
post.
shalt not mix food together. Mashed potatoes and corn must be separate at all times.
Yeah. All right. So
Thou
I
shalt
really like
only
that
eat chicken nuggets.
But this kind of goes to this idea, though, because we have so many people in the autistic community who find it offensive when you make train jokes about autistic people. But yet there is a fuck ton of autistic people who like goddamn trains.
You know what? Funny enough, and obviously I wasn't diagnosed when I was a kid.
Yeah.
I had a bunch of train sets. I did. I'm not lying. I had the ones with like the stuff you put in that would make smoke, like the fake smoke. Like boop boop, and it had like the puffs, awesome. A little like water vapor that would come out of the stack on the train. Yeah, I had those. I
mean, people collected books or stamps or baseball cards. I collected comic book cards, comic book characters.
I didn't have a
cards,
big
right?
train collection, but I had a few train sets, like 2.
Yeah, but it's just a matter of like every single stereotype there is for autism. It actually exists in our fucking community. Like,
I used to build shit with Kinects.
And to say, oh, that character doesn't represent us because not all of us, blah, blah, whatever the fuck. But a bunch of us do. And on that, like, there's no absolute way to represent fucking autism. And I'm going to get real fucky. I'm going to use my personal opinion. So don't blame Steve for this.
Okay.
I personally
this is coming from a man wearing pug shirt, so.
It is coming from a man with a pug shirt on.
With an abomination against God.
I love pugs. So does my mother, by the way.
I'm actually really sad that human beings created those animals because...
What's wrong with a pug?
They can barely fucking breathe in their... All right, this is me being fucky.
Uh-huh.
Pugs are ugly.
How dare you,
I
sir?
think they're ugly dogs. Whatever. You can hate me if you want. I don't care.
Oh,
I think
Iris, you're a beautiful dog.
I would still treat them nice because I love all animals.
You would.
But I just think they... Like, you can love an animal and still think it's ugly. I just think that
that's
pugs
true.
are ugly.
I think bears are ugly. I don't know if that's wrong, but I think bears are ugly.
Like, why would human beings create an animal that can barely fucking breathe?
I agree.
They struggle to fucking... Like,
I agree. All the kids with fucking inhalers need to die. I agree.
Well, that's a different story. But
oh, my bad.
No, because we didn't purposely give kids asthma. We purposely made those dogs with stupid small noses.
Well, I would have to say that a certain friend, a certain associate of ours who has been to QAnon shamans would have to say that, yes, we did a lot of that shit to ourselves by chemicals and 5G or some other bullshit.
Is it part of the MMR vaccine? They have an extra one that gives you asthma?
Yeah, it's MMR.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's the extra R that creates the lack of breathing.
It was the COVID vaccine gives you asthma now.
Yeah.
Are we going to get flagged for vaccine misinformation?
Whatever.
We did actually one of our episodes on YouTube. We got flagged when I made a joke about vaccines.
Really?
We got flagged as like vaccine misinformation. I was able to challenge it, and we got it taken off, but we had a strike on our page for it.
Oh, did I at any point do the introduction?
No, we don't have to. It's fine.
We do not presume to be experts.
Oh, God.
Fuckers.
Now, we don't need to do the welcome like 40 minutes into the episode. So fine.
That's why I didn't do the whole thing. I just said we don't presume to be experts. We're literally just two human... Fuck it.
I'm an expert on vaccine-related illnesses. That's what I'm an expert on.
Awesome.
Yep.
So...
And the autistic commandments. Sorry, I derailed you. What were you
no,
say?
That's all right because it's something that I'm actually really passionate about because I see it in tons and tons and tons of communities. There's some loud asshole who's trying to dictate how everybody gets to talk about themselves, let alone about anybody else. And everybody, I love the hyperbolic fucking language. It's so harmful to our community. No, it's not, because most of us don't give a fuck. And I'd actually like to
I think your daughter cares a lot.
What?
I think your daughter cares a lot about what words people use.
My daughter doesn't give a fuck what anybody says about anything. You know why? Because if you leave her the fuck alone, she's going to dance in the living room and not give a fuck what you say out loud. And I do mean that. My daughter is 15 years old. She's a level 2, and she doesn't give a fuck how you identify yourself because she's just hoping you stand the fuck out of her way.
I give her a hug and give her some candy, and that's good enough.
Yeah, that's it. Like, as long as you don't impede her access to the locked snack cabinet, she doesn't give a fuck who you are. Yeah. Like, and I want to point out that, like, high support needs people, okay, also don't give a fuck how you identify them. And I mean this very severely because I've mentioned this. I work with folks who are HSN. I work with fucking folks who are high support need. They don't give a fuck how you called them. They don't give a fuck what you think about them. They don't give a fuck what you think is harmful to the community because your fucking feelings are hurt. You know what they give a fuck about? That somebody's there to support them. That somebody's there to keep them safe and secure. That somebody's there to give a fuck about them. They give a shit about having some fucking food and having a place to fucking sleep. Some of them give a fuck about showering.
It sounds like what you're saying is that all of the bitching and moaning about labels when it comes to autism is actually comes from a position of privilege. That's what it sounds like.
Abso-fucking-lutely. And every time I hear an asshole say they're a level fucking 3 and they're bitching on TikTok and they're talking about that shit from a position of fucking privilege, I guess that's how you'd say it. Like, fuck you. Like, honest to God. Every time I hear somebody say it's hurting our fucking community. Oh yeah, and so is being a whiny cunt. Okay, and I'm just gonna say it the way it is. If I offended somebody, I apologize, and I don't. It's one of the reasons why it's bothersome to me is because every time you say somebody else, and even like the misinformation stuff, nobody's giving out misinformation in the sense of like purposely trying to manipulate and derail fuckers. Well, somebody probably is. But for the most part, like when somebody's talking about RSD, when they're talking about PDA, when they're talking about like issues they're having because they're autistic,
DP.
And somebody calls them out. Yeah, exactly. DP is a horrible fucking problem. Well, for some of you, and for some of you, you enjoy it. So rock and roll. When some of you folks, I'm sorry, Steve, I keep looking. I'm actually looking at you, but not looking at you. I'm sorry.
It's okay.
When some
David Letterman
when some of
here.
these people bitch about misinformation and they're like, oh, it's harming our community. 90% of our community, by the way, is not online. And if they are online, they're not paying that much fucking attention to autistic TikTok.
Wait, what do you mean online?
Oh yeah. By the way, a previous guest of ours, Trish, she actually knew it was me talking to her because I put the hyphen in between on and line.
Well, she's like old. It's like I remember AOL.
She actually was like, I knew it was you. I was like, oh, by the way, this is Nick, and she was like, I knew it was you because the way you did online.
God.
So anyway,
I can still hear the dial tone in my head, and then the 56K modem.
Oh yeah, me too.
You've got mail.
Yeah.
Somebody likes me. Oh, it's spam.
I used to love the AIM chats.
I bet you did.
I did.
So,
I actually met a couple of girls that way.
Yeah, in the 15 and under chat.
Oh. Well, actually, I was under 15 when I was in those. So yes.
Yeah, when I was in high school, I used to go into chat rooms on AOL.
Yeah. Actually, I met if I remember correctly,
all the young kids listening. Do you know what a chat room is? They don't really have chat rooms nowadays.
I mean, technically they do.
Yeah, I mean, they have. It's more like it seems like it's more forums.
Yeah, but
like Reddit is more like a forum style, you know?
You thought I meant that. No.
Like I was talking about the live chat rooms where everybody can.
Yeah. What were they called? FTPs or whatever?
Whoa! You watch your fucking mouth.
But do you remember what I'm talking about? Like before Reddit kind of thing, there was places. I guess there were forums or whatever. FTP. Fuckers, just somebody correct me.
Forums? I don't know.
Yeah. It was a lot like you could go into it and post comments.
Like Quora and stuff?
What?
Like Quora is a website where you can post questions and anybody can respond to it?
Well, no, this is back early 90s. These existed.
Oh, in the dinosaur age.
Yes. Okay. And basically it was very similar to like what Reddit is now.
They were just like forums, I think. People could post a question or post something and people could respond to it.
I think they were called like FTPs or some shit like that.
Sure.
I could be wrong.
I
could be horribly wrong. By the way, it was 30-something, 20-something years ago or 30-something years ago.
Nick was on his computer playing Doom and...
I was on playing
AOL,
Wolfenstein 3D. And
talking to other 10-year-olds.
Oh, good God.
Like, hey,
I was also at that age.
Let me see a picture.
Yeah, I was right around that age, by the way, So I probably was talking to somebody who was 12 because I was fucking 12.
So you admit you used to like kids.
Jesus. I was 12 and I liked 12-year-olds.
Yeah.
Yes.
Wasn't there a comedian who made a joke like that? They were saying like being 12 and liking a 12-year-old is fine. It's just when you're still 25 and you still like 12-year-olds, that's what it's from.
Yeah, I think so.
Something like that.
Yeah.
Pretty funny.
Yeah. So I do apologize for my rant a little bit ago, but I don't apologize for my opinion. I do apologize that I did get a little emotional, but I get emotional.
You just
about
wanted
it
an
'cause,
excuse to say the C word.
well, you know,
That's another word that's unexcusable. You can never use that word in any context.
tell everyone in the UK that. Go ahead. Fucking take your American westernized fucking morality, go bring it to another country and tell them they're fucking wrong.
Listen, intent and
Fuck
context do not matter.
Context is the only motherfucker that truly matters.
We're gonna police people's speech, okay?
No,
because nobody has read George Orwell.
No, I absolutely believe that everybody's got a fucking right to say whatever ignorant shit they fucking want. I honestly believe that. And somebody might say, because you've never been hurt by words. Yes, I have. And go fuck yourself for assuming that. I think everybody deserves a right to voice their fucking opinion. And I don't think anybody's got the right to shut them the fuck up.
Well, if you've been hurt by words, maybe you just need to listen to more extreme.
I just got the reference. Yeah,
because
that didn't take me that long, but
then you'll know that it's more than
words. Yeah. So I'm glad we're returning back to the way we used to do our show. I actually really appreciate it, and I know I'm saying it on air and shit, but I'm just really happy. I know, right? I'm actually really happy we did that because
I just took the condom off my mic.
Yeah, you did.
Does it sound different?
No,
it doesn't.
I couldn't tell anyway. Other people probably will, but anyway,
I think it's
so people understand why we kind of returned back to being a little bit goofier, being a little bit more off the cuff about things, is because it's a lot more freeing for us, and so I hope you enjoy it as we continue forward.
Trying to be ourselves, unmask a little bit instead of trying to be something we're not.
Right,
trying to be too serious.
Yeah, trying to be too serious, trying to make this a good interview show. No, we're just going to be who the fuck we are, because that's why the fuck we started this shit, was because of who we are. We wanted to display who we are. We wanted to just kind of do our thing our way.
Plus, it gives Nick access to those 12-year-olds.
That is a true... That's how much of a people pleaser I am. I'm more than willing to let his joke resolve, but I had to stop myself on that one because I realized what the fuck he said. I'm
just kidding. Nick is not a pedo.
I'd also like to part of the reason why I'm kind of fixated on this shit right now is because there are a couple of TikTok people, and somehow I have found my way into the part of autistic TikTok where it's motherfuckers saying self-diagnosis ain't valid. Somehow I found my way to some of these fucking people, and I'm okay that I'm there for the most part, but it's just reminding me that there's always somebody who wants to disqualify somebody else. And I don't disagree with some of the points that they're making on this shit, but I don't like the fact that they're saying fuck you, go get diagnosed, because I do believe there are some barriers to getting diagnosed, especially autism diagnosis. There are some barriers to that people cannot help, but they can go on. Here's somebody talk about the tism. Here's somebody talk about how their life went, and somebody else relate.
There should only be, you go to the doctor, you say, I think I'm autistic. They just have a little form with 2 boxes, right? 1, did you get the MMR vaccine? And 2, how much tap water have you drank in your entire life?
That's right.
And maybe 3, did you get the COVID vaccine? If you get...
if you have the trifecta, you're fucked and you're autistic.
If you've been drinking tap water your whole life, or maybe eating out of Teflon pans.
Yeah, oh God, Teflon pans. I have been.
That's a new shirt. I'm going to make a Teflon pan autism shirt.
That'd be great. Have you licked a Teflon pan today?
Yeah. Autistic pancakes.
Yeah. I used to stick a lot of metal shit in my mouth a lot.
Yeah.
And I don't.
They make them rubber and glass now too.
Yes, they do. No, but I used to chew on forks and shit.
Yeah.
Which is fucking weird, I know. And I used to take butter knives because I don't know, there was something about the feeling of metal on my teeth.
Yeah.
That fucking felt good.
I like ice.
Ice, okay, ice is your thing. I know it's a weird fucking... I've never heard anybody say that about fucking forks and silverware before.
I used to have a lot of Star Wars figures when I was a kid.
Yeah.
And I used to like to freeze...
G.I. Joe.
I used to freeze my Boba Fett.
What?
I don't know why. I had Boba Fett.
Yeah.
And I would wrap him up in toilet paper. and soak it with water
Uh-huh.
and freeze him.
Were you trying to get revenge for fucking Han Solo?
I don't know.
Like, what the?
I used to like to mess with my toys.
Oh.
Not like I wouldn't say torture them. Okay, I wasn't Sid from fucking Toy Story.
No.
But I would, because I wasn't ripping their heads off and stuff. But I used to like to do like melt things or freeze things. I don't know why.
Huh. All right. So you were like a science kid.
Yeah,
in a way.
Kind of. I used to like burn my name into things with a magnifying glass when I was a little kid.
I used to take apart all my G.I. Joes and like leg and arm swap them.
Okay.
And sometimes torso
Did you have
swap
problems
them.
getting it out of your rectum?
Yeah, sometimes it just wouldn't fit right.
Okay. So
no,
autistic pancakes with Teflon, yeah.
Yeah. Autistic pancakes with Teflon.
They're like chocolate chips. You know?
Yeah, that's right. That's right.
You should sprinkle some lead chips in there. Autistic pancakes, lead chips with a side of asbestos. Get a side of home fries with asbestos on it and just sprinkle some on. It's like MSG, some flavoring.
So let's just take everything that we know of is horribly harmful to people and just put it on there.
That's right.
Yeah, that's how you make
microplastics.
autism.
And,
if you add all the shit that's harmful to people together, you get
because
autism.
people think everything causes autism. So.
Oh, I know. Well, so that actually leads me to a different thing I've been thinking about lately, which is a singular unifying theory.
All right.
Okay.
So like physics now?
No. I'm yes, it comes from physics, but I'm applying this to all things.
The theory of everything.
Because every scientist I know of, every fucking paper I've read, every fucking time I listen to some high-educated asshole talk, everybody's trying to find a singular unifying theory for whatever fucking field they're in. Why does there have to be a singular unifying theory? And B, how the fuck can there be?
Well, I can explain it for physics, but for other things, I don't know.
Well, why does there have to be for even physics?
Because, like, for instance, when we're looking for, like, if it comes to, like, biology, right?
Yeah.
If we're looking for life on other planets, we don't know if it's going to be carbon-based life, right?
Uh-huh.
We don't know, kind of like how most animals and most things on Earth that have blood, right? They have iron-based blood, right? But there's creatures that have what's kind of blood is it like in horseshoe crabs and shit? It's not. Is it copper? Copper blood. They have copper blood, so they don't have iron in their blood. They have copper-based blood, right?
Haven't we gone over that? Like, I only really know about psychology.
Okay. So, well, I'm telling you. So,
okay.
Certain animals have copper-based blood, but they're like ancient creatures.
Yeah, it sounded
Everything
like a
else
question.
is iron-based blood.
Oh.
But because I couldn't remember what it was.
I knew the iron part though.
I was trying to remember. But
Yeah.
when we're looking for life on other planets, right? We're looking for life based on life on Earth.
Yeah.
But what if they're not carbon-based life forms? What if their structure of life is different?
Sure.
I mean, we can only go by what we know because we don't know how other types of life forms could exist. We're going based off of biology on Earth. So that's kind of like what you're talking about. But when it comes to physics, the reason why it makes sense to try to find a unifying theory, at least in my mind, it makes sense because when it comes to physics, everything kind of follows the same rules. And so the rules shouldn't be too different from when you're talking about on the micro level versus the macro level. And a lot of it does cross over, but there's certain things in quantum physics that don't make sense when you in relation to large scale physics when you're talking about like general relativity and
that
how
Einstein
large
thing.
how large objects interact with each other versus really tiny objects.
Can we clip this part out of the episode and can we tag Neil deGrasse Tyson in it so he can explain why in the fuck we have to have a singular unified theory?
He would probably be able. He's much more qualified to explain it than me. Plus, I don't.
Well, you're more qualified than I am to explain it.
Yeah, I didn't really explain it to you. I tried to, but
yeah, but you give a shit about hard science.
Yeah.
But so like, yes, I think about it from the perspective of like behavior and fucking humans and shit. And I don't think there can be a singular fucking theory about humans. But people try to come up with a singular theory about fucking therapies and shit. Like they're trying to come up with the one most effective blah blah blah.
Well, I think
why can't we have like 9 unifying theories?
Science needs to really understand autism
unifying,
because we need to know where humanity's headed because we're obviously the next evolution.
Oh,
in
good
human.
God. I'm always every time somebody says something fucking aspie supremacy.
People who
whatever,
are listening should realize that most of the shit that I say is sarcastic.
Yes, it is. It is sarcastic.
Like all of the horrible sexist and all of the horrible jokes I make about vaccines and all this shit.
All of it's just
being sarcastic. It's tongue in cheek.
Yeah,
I know our people don't get sarcasm a lot of times, so I'm pointing it out that I'm not being serious. In fact, somebody said that on one of one of the clips I posted. I think it was the one where I said autism is a liberal conspiracy. That clip there, and somebody was like, "I actually believed you at first, and then I realized you were joking." I'm like, "No, I was kidding."
Yes. Same thing with autism acupuncture.
I was like, "Autism doesn't exist. It's a liberal conspiracy, Nick.
It is
It's liberal propaganda."
Fuck.
It was. I don't know how anybody didn't realize.
I can only imagine how many fucking like conservative families or like religious right fucks have a bunch of autistic people in their fucking family who are being mistreated and shit, and like they're like, I don't know why I can't serve God better. Like how much they're hating on themselves because they don't know they're autistic. Anyway, I don't know why I thought of that, but anyway, unifying theory, and I don't think there can be a singular therapy that's going to help. Even a vast majority of people. I don't think we can come up with a singular reason why.
Saying theory or therapy? Because you just said therapy, or do you mean both?
Both.
So you mean like a single therapy to treat all autistic people? Okay.
Or a single theory of why behavior or what behavior exists or whatever.
Well, not even if you're talking non-autism, right? When it comes to any mental condition,
right.
Therapies, you change your therapy depending on the person that you're working with, right? I mean, you would know better than me. I don't fucking know, but as far as I understand,
that's what the fuck they talk about. But like in my experience, and I don't have an unlimited or a drastic amount of fucking experience, but a lot of the therapists I've ever met, they claim you just use a piece out of your toolbox. No, they fucking don't. They have like one fucking type of therapy or one approach or one viewpoint in fucking therapy or one psychologist they fucking agree with, and that's the predominant way they view
because the way
shit.
I understood it is that you want to cater your approach to the person.
Ideally, yes, but it's very hard for a lot of people to step outside
therapy works
of their
for
own
somebody
habits.
might not work well with somebody
That
else.
is true statement. And as a therapist, you want to be able to switch it up the best you can, but you also got to know your own limitations. You've also got to know, like, if you're actually good at a certain type of
I'm
therapy.
going to do hypnotherapy, so I'm
All
going to
right,
treat
then.
people with PTSD with psychedelics.
Fucking go for it.
And
I guess there's some
hypnotherapy.
evidence to support that.
I'm going to hypnotize them and have them. What's that hypnotism one? Was it the recall bullshit?
Oh, you're talking about the
The one where they try to hypnotize you into reliving your trauma,
the
or
suppressed
something?
memory fucking one from the early.
Isn't that
early
like
90s.
all bullshit?
Completely bullshit.
That's why I was bringing it
Completely. In fact, there was no evidence to support it.
I
And a
wanna
bunch
go-
of people got sued for that shit.
I want to go into the pseudosciences. That's my.
Well, I want to bring back phrenology. You know what I mean? Just touch
Studying.
my fingers on the bumps of somebody's head and decide whether they're worth keeping around or not.
So you want to go back into like eugenics and racism and all that?
I mean, we might as well.
Okay.
I mean, everybody thinks this country's fucked anyway, so we might as well go back to, shitty practices.
So forced sterilization for all autistic people.
Yes.
I mean,
I guess.
that's what we used to. Well, not necessarily autistic people, but just anybody who was different,
Yeah. Like people who had MR
or people
and
who
shit.
had
DD.
yeah.
Yep.
And it's like, all right, well, you don't deserve to have kids.
Yeah, I mean, like people who had bipolar and schizophrenia at one point were force-fed alcohol and kept in
Hey,
basements.
you know what? That sounds like a good time to me. Just put a little foosball table down there. You're all set.
Fuck right. You can just sit down there, drink some beer, and fucking play foosball. I'd love it.
Right. I would like for the government to pay me to stay in my basement drunk all day. That's great. I mean, you might drink your way to an early grave,
I think
but
that's the newest campaign for a new bill in Congress that we need.
Yeah.
Let the autistic people sit in their basements drinking beer and playing foosball all day. That's the campaign right there.
we got to make sure you put a computer down there so they can play games too, video games, because
Yeah, we're gonna need that.
we're gonna get bored with foosball.
And we're gonna have to have good internet connection because I need my Netflix, man.
That's
I
right.
need my fucking streaming
You know,
services.
the funny thing is, I think that you don't need the government to do that. There's a lot of autistic people that do that already. They just sit in their basement
And
all day.
They do. Well, off of the government's dime, and by government I mean their parents.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, they're leeching off of somebody. And there's no harm in it.
I'm Robin leeching off people.
Yeah, you are.
Yeah.
Yeah. Jesus.
I give tours of their houses for my
Lifestyles of the rich, and I'm going to take that from you. Yeah. Sorry. The other
lifestyles of the poor and autistic.
So the other thing that I tie into all of this, I know I'm not necessarily jumping around, but I am jumping around subjects.
Hey,
is when
wipe
people
that pug look off your face.
when people shit on billionaires just because they're billionaires.
Well, fuck them.
I think that's all tied into it too. Because you're shitting on a group of people just to shit on them, and you're like, oh, because they screwed people over. You don't fucking know that.
I say eat your landlords. That's what I say. Actually, there is some things.
Eat your landlord?
Yeah, it's something I say all the time.
Oh, all right.
So I don't think that rich people are necessarily bad or anything like that. I think people like to generalize because we like to shit on people that have more than us.
Right. Well, that's what I mean. We're shitting on them just because they have more than we.
Yeah, but all humans do that.
I know.
But
we shit on people who we perceive have power in society. Like, what the fuck?
What bothers me, and I don't know off the top of my head, I have to go look up the name of the company.
Yeah.
But there's some companies in the U.S. Yeah. There's one in particular that I can't remember the name of right now, that they go around and they buy up a shit ton of property to rent it out. So, for instance, there was a development, forget what state it was. It might have been New York or Connecticut or something. They built roads with, like, let's say 30 houses on it. All these, but they're all starter homes, like cheap homes.
Right, they're subdivisions.
They're first time buyer type houses, right?
Subdivisions.
This company went in and bought all of the homes on those blocks so that they could rent them out to people. Yeah. So the people will basically be slaves to paying rent for X amount of years. So they'll never own the house.
Right.
That's what's kind of annoying to me is, like, because it's already harder for younger generations to buy a house or buy a home. Yeah. And even if you don't want to buy a home, rent is fucking ridiculous. Right. Rent is through the fucking roof everywhere. Even in cities that would be considered like low income or poorer areas of the state, not just here but anywhere in the country.
Yeah.
The rents are fucking insane. They're way more than people's mortgages to rent a fucking place. And then you have companies that don't give a fuck, obviously. They just care about making money. Right. Going up, buying up all these houses that would be good starter homes for people that can actually fucking afford it. Yeah. So they don't have to be a fucking slave to paying rent for the next fucking 40 years of their life. Right. No, now they can't. Because these companies go in and fucking buy all the new properties. And it's happening in these areas too. A lot of places in southern Massachusetts or even up in Boston, the whole state, there's companies coming in and buying a bunch of property for sale. Right. So they can rent them out to make a profit. Yes. Which there's nothing on paper wrong about that. But morally, to me, I don't know. It's bad because we're making things more difficult for people. We're making things more expensive for people. It's the same fucking property. The property isn't worth more. It's just worth more artificially because we've created a scarcity.
Yes.
And fucking that's the shit that pisses me off.
I agree with you. I agree. There's some moral or ethical meh, but then again, like, the company has every right to buy it and rent it.
They do, but there's poor people who are suffering. There's a lot. The amount of people that are homeless is going up, and it's going to continue to go up because of the outrageous cost of rent. And then you have
the lack of income, the lack of education,
Gen
the
Z,
requirements, a bunch of that shit. Yeah.
Gen Z and millennials are living with their parents. They're not moving out because they can't afford to. Right. Sorry, I don't want to go. This is like a whole separate conversation.
It really is.
But this is something that's been irritating me for like the past year or so, because it's been getting progressively worse. And I was hoping that things would start to get better. But there's only certain things that can be done. One thing is building more, which means you're going to have to expand, because in order for the prices to come down, that means that you have to have more supply to meet the demand, so that the price will come down.
What about that fucking jackass on one of our YouTube clips that said, well, if you build more houses, then the property values will go down?
Yeah, that's what happens.
I'm not fucking worried about your property taxes, bitch.
That sounds like your problem.
I'm not worried about like the depreciation of your fucking property. If we get more people off the goddamn street.
You mean the houses that these boomers paid fucking $30,000 for?
Yeah.
They paid $30,000-$40,000 for a fucking house, and they're worried that their house that's worth $600,000, that's worth $750,000 now, is going to go down in value. Right. Well, I'm sorry that you paid fucking $30,000 for it back when you were making enough money on one income to pay for that rent and everything else in your fucking budget. Yeah. And now you're bitching that your property value is going to come down. I would say, sorry, suck it up. Fuck you.
Well, how about the less homeless, the less drug addicts, the less crime there is in your city, your property value goes up, dick. So why don't we get people off the streets? Why don't we help people's situations a little bit?
And I'm not gonna be one of these people to just shit on boomers and say,
oh no, I'm not.
Because some people are like they
there's
blame boomers for everything.
Every
baby
generation's
boomers
fucking
suck.
everybody.
Yes, the baby boomers did have a lot of benefits that we don't have.
That's true.
Because of the way the economy was back then,
Sure.
the fact that wages haven't kept up with inflation.
Yeah.
So if you worked back then,
Right.
your dollar was worth more and everything
Yeah.
was cheaper. Even if you adjust for inflation, everything was cheaper back then.
Yes, but we have TikTok.
Okay. That's not all entirely the fault of boomers, okay?
No.
But you can't, just like we talk about all the time, you can't put everyone into a box.
Right.
We can't blame
Right,
everybody's boomer. But there are a lot of boomer people who bitch about this stuff, like the property, their
Yes.
property values, and to that I just say, well, fuck you.
But
That's what I
by the
say.
way, I'd like
Fuck
to
you.
point out, and this is not
That's
definitive. I'm
selfish
not an
thinking.
economist, but the adjustment to their mortgage, or rather, the adjustment to their property value, if you added a bunch of houses in the fucking town, it doesn't actually change it by that fucking much. You know what changes it far fucking more? The higher crime rate will bring down your property value and less people want to live in your fucking town. Why don't we get more people off the goddamn street so they don't have to commit fucking crimes?
Or if we pay
Fucker.
people, we pay people better.
Yeah.
If we pay
What? We're paying people better?
we pay
What an
people
idiot.
better.
Yeah.
We try to get inflation under control, and then it won't matter if your property value goes higher or lower because everything in your life should theoretically be more affordable.
Yeah, absolutely.
The problem is with like when you get in Social Security or if
Yeah.
you're older, if you're a boomer and you're retiring,
Yeah.
all your savings and
Mhm.
everything is worth less money because of the amount of inflation that's happened
Yeah.
over the last like 4 or 5 years. Like with Lauren, she had a bunch of money saved up,
Mm-hmm.
and I was telling her like, you know that money you had is worth 10% less.
Yeah, that's how it happens. It fluctuates, dude.
No, but the point is, if you have, let's say you have $200,000 sitting in the bank, right?
Yeah.
If you just leave it sitting in a savings account, especially with all the inflation that's happened. I mean, inflation always happens, but we've had a lot of it in a short period of time.
Yes. Yeah, it's adjusted a lot.
that
Although it's
means
back
that-
down. It's
that-
back down to 3%.
That $200,000
Yay.
you had is not worth $200,000 anymore.
Right.
It's still $200,000, but the amount of stuff you can buy with that
Yeah.
is a lot lower because of the inflation, right?
Right.
So you're actually losing money. So that's why it's better if you have that money sitting in the bank to go and invest it in the stock market or in something else, precious metals, whatever. Diversify, invest it in other shit. It's what do they call it? A hedge against inflation. You know?
Oh, that's what that's called?
I think that's what they call
all
it.
right.
But it's you're basically, because if it's making money in the market, even if the market fluctuates and goes up and down and you lose some money, you're still better off than it just sitting in the bank account where like savings accounts don't give you shit for fucking interest.
No, they don't.
So you're really, the interest isn't enough to overcome the inflation is what I'm saying. That's my point. So you're actually losing,
Right.
actually losing
right.
money by leaving it sitting in the
Yeah.
savings account.
Yeah. Which is fucked up because I thought the whole point of a savings account was
No, if you
to
leave
have
money,
it grow for you.
that's actually, it's really dumb. If you listen to like a lot of those money expert people, a lot of them,
Yeah.
and by
I'm
the
glad
way,
you're doing this.
yeah, because a lot of these gurus are full of shit anyway. But they are correct about like a lot of these people who have a lot of money, they don't leave money sitting in a savings account
No, they don't.
because you're
They
losing
use it.
Yeah, you're losing money by letting it sit in a savings account. You should invest it in shit. Have your money make money for you.
What are you, Dave Ramsey now?
No, but I mean, if I was going to talk to anybody about this, it should be Tegan. But
That's true. That's true. Our friend Tegan, who at some point will have a podcast talking about the stock market and finances or something. We'll actually tell you more about it once he fucking starts.
he
it
knows a
and shit.
lot more about this shit.
Yeah,
than
he
I
actually
do,
knows
so.
a lot more than we do.
I don't know anything about finance.
I know how to spend money.
Yeah,
That's all I know how to do.
And poorly as well because you have a pug shirt.
Yeah, I buy shit like pug shirts and Hawaiian shirts and bowling shirts. Apparently, I waste a lot of money on shirts. Yeah. So, yeah, absolutely. And so, as far as this goes, hopefully, and granted, we didn't have a solidified common theme in this motherfucker.
We wanted to talk about masking today.
We did.
We will do this in
We'll
a
do it
future
another
episode.
time. Yeah,
I
we'll
wanted
get there.
to revisit it, even though we've talked about it in the past. There's some things that have come to light to me recently that made me think it was a good idea to delve back into masking again.
Yeah.
Maybe go a little bit deeper than we did last time.
Right. I think we should touch on all of our old topics.
I feel like we today we just kind of
we were winging it
off the cuff.
Yeah.
We didn't get to our topic, but we
Nope.
also didn't give a fuck that we didn't get to our topic.
Nope.
So we
Because-
just went, wow.
And you know what? To our couple of people who listen to us on a regular basis.
To all three of you.
Yes, all three of you. Which I'd like to mention Ray, our one of our most consistent listeners, and also Emily, who was on the show once. Let us know how you like the episode today. If it worked for you, if it didn't work for you, and throw us some feedback other than telling me that I just talk over fuckers all the time.
And let me know if you would like an autistic pancake,
Oh yes,
If
with
you
a
would
little
like-
Teflon.
a copy of the Autistic 10 Commandments. Maybe I should get them printed out in little scrolls.
Oh
You know,
my god,
that'd be great.
Who was it? Was it Ray? I hope that bought the shirt.
I think so. I don't
Yeah.
remember. The autistic acupuncture.
Yeah. Hey, Ray of Hope. I know that's not your real name, but hey, if you want a copy of the Autistic 10 Commandments, let us know. We'll make a shirt of that too.
Yeah. Once I have them put on paper, I need to speak with Autistic God first. So that Autistic God, he, and yes, I mean he, because we all know.
Oh god,
I'm just kidding.
that's so fucking
So
funny.
Autistic God
It's,
can.
it's fucking funny. It's fucking funny.
When I say he, I mean he.
Yeah.
Autistic God can
Well,
lay
Autistic
down.
God Sheldon Cooper.
They
Yeah,
can
exactly.
divine the commandments to me.
Yeah.
I was going to say maybe the Autistic God is the one that the Freemasons worship because it's the Grand Architect. You know? And the Grand Architect
I love
obviously
it.
is
Love it.
autistic.
Yeah, of course.
He's obsessed
Of
with
course.
geometry.
Of course.
And I mean he.
And
I'm just
some
kidding.
people would say all of science was created by
Listen,
autistic people.
I'm open to
Shut
the
up.
idea that God could be a woman.
I'm open to the idea that God doesn't have a gender at all.
No, hold on. Let me finish.
Okay,
Okay.
do your
I'm
thing.
open to the idea that
Yeah.
God could be a woman.
Yeah,
My
yeah.
problem is
Yeah.
if God was a woman, then how did everything get done? I mean, it would have taken more than 7 days, right?
Oh, good God. Really?
Sorry,
Really?
it was what, 6 days and the seventh day rested.
yeah.
It would have been more like, 2 days working, creating, 3 days rest, 2 days creating, get my nails done. I'm just kidding. That sounds super sexist.
It really did. All of that was sarcasm.
Yes.
He does not actually feel that way about women. I actually like, and granted, I know I'm a really no, I'm not going to get into that. I was going to get into something else, but then
when I make jokes like that,
years.
I am pretending, I'm acting like people, like I'm making fun of the people who actually are
actually
sexist.
believe that shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're actually trying to
But I'm
mock those
I'm
people who actually believe that
exaggerating
shit. Yeah.
shit that they might say.
Right.
So if you were watching one of those like male-centric misogynist podcasts,
Yeah.
if they were saying something like that and trying to be serious, they wouldn't be as ridiculous as I'm
Yeah.
being. But I'm being
Hey,
ridiculous on purpose.
People think we're misogynistic just purely because we're male to begin with.
That's fine. But
Yeah.
I'm purposely exaggerating and making it ridiculous.
Right. You're doing a great job of it too. So anyway, on our next episode or at some point soon, we will talk about masking. We're going to go back and retouch up on some topics we've done before, especially the topics we did at the very beginning, because we've learned more. We're better people now, supposedly. But also, I do want to point out that we have an episode we're going to record later in this month with somebody who we've had on the show before. And she's going to come on and talk about something called Mind Cipher, which is a website to help folks like us. If you have the opportunity, please go to the website and check it out before that episode. And maybe you got some questions or whatnot, send it to us so we can ask Lindsay all about it. Other than that, though, thanks for tuning in to another episode of On the Spectrum Podcast.
And
Yeah.
if you would like this show
Uh-huh.
to be an autistic podcast and butt plug review, we will get one for Nick's chair. So every time he sits down, he can experience what it's like and then give you feedback at the end of the episode.
A butt plug review, apparently.
Yes.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
No, rock and
All
roll.
right.
Rock and roll.
Have a good night.
Bye.
Special thanks to our Patreon subscribers. Thank you, Ray Hansen,